We know there are various ways of getting around Dublin City, but is driving the best way possible? Probably not. But today we're going to find out. We are going to drive, we're going to walk, we're going to run, we're going to be on a bike, we're going to have a motorcyclist, and then we are going to have someone on a bus to see what is the most efficient and best way to cross Dublin City Centre.
Brought to you by AA Approved Servicing. Book yours at aa.ie/servicing.
Okay, 10 seconds to go. We're going to set off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Get out and let's go.
I'm not sure why Feljin and Lauren are running, but they appear to be down the street. So off we go, we're en route.
Oh my god, how is he running that fast?
And I've got some serious speed limits around here as well. No, the traffic is going to be just terrible. They're going to be so far ahead of me and I won't even have crossed the Liffey.
4 minutes in and I'm just passing College Green. I doubt Blake got very far at all, actually.
I'm still farther away from the destination than when we were outside the AA building, just because the way I have to follow traffic around. But with so many different modes of transport, it's going to be really interesting to see what's the fastest, but not just the fastest, but in terms of cost, health benefits, mental health as well. Like sitting here in traffic is just not pleasant for anybody. So would I be better off on an e-bike or walking on a scooter, on a motorbike, so on?
So I just got the number 1 from this morning street, and I'm going up Collins Street.
One, you can't cross. Come on.
So it's just about to go 5 to 6. So I've been walking for about 10 minutes and just in O'Connell Street now. It looks like from the maps that both Lauren and Francisco are way ahead. I think it's neck and neck between Francisco and Lauren currently. So those two look like they're going to be the front runners.
Again.
So it's the day after a bank holiday. We were kind of expecting it to be really bad, but the weather is about as good as it's been all year, as we're here now the first few days of May. So it seems like it's moving relatively well, I say right now, even though I have been moving for 12 minutes and I still haven't crossed the Liffey.
So it's just approaching 6 o'clock, as you can see, and I'm just passing the Ambassador Theatre. So yeah, about 5:58, nearly 5:59, and I'm at the end of O'Connell Street.
This light is taking forever.
Ages to get through the Collins Street, so now I'm on Canal Square line, so I'm Dorset Street, I think. Paddy's just behind me, and worryingly, Dave is on Drumcondra. He's almost halfway there.
I've just crossed the Liffey only a few seconds ago, and it has taken me 13 minutes. 13 minutes to go what is about 500 metres from the AA office's door.
Hello.
20 minutes in, just Dorset Street. And from looking at the maps, it looks like Dave and Lauren are pretty much neck and neck. So it's going to be tight between those. Then after that, we now see Comyn, our cameraman, who left 20 minutes before us, is neck and neck with Francisco. Also, further back beyond that, we have what appears to be, I think, Feljin on the bus, followed by me walking, and taking up the rear is Blake in the Volkswagen.
Time for another update. This is great fun, really, truly great fun. So I've just, I'd say I'm about, looking at the map there, I'm about half the distance covered, and we have just gone past the 20-minute mark. So it's 22 minutes and I've done, so what's that, couple of kilometers or just about, and I can see, because we've got live maps here, I am still in last place. I was really hoping I would have caught Paddy by now, who was actually walking, but I'm keeping an eye out on the street because he can't be too far ahead of me. But yeah, I'm still in last place, and you know what, this traffic is actually good. This is about the best I've done this in, and I'm still struggling big time. Anyway, give you another update in a few minutes.
Well, it looks like I'm the first one here, although Lauren, I've seen a few times on my journey, is very, very close behind. There is less than a minute, I would say, in how we've covered our journeys, which I can actually see her now just across the road. Less than a minute. Yeah. I saw you a few times during the way, but
did you?
yeah. I would say literally not even a full minute. Yeah, I saw you not Fibsborougugh, Drumcondra, just there.
Okay.
At the start was like, yeah, that's where I was like, oh, I saw you there under the...
I went off the road onto the cycle path on the pedestrian, you know,
yeah, I could see you going up there,
and then I had to keep like stopping for people. I was like, damn, I should have stayed on the road.
Yeah, very little in it.
So it's taken until here, but I see Blake.
I can see Paddy over there. There he is. Oh, he's actually stopping quickly to take a photograph of me. Yeah, so I have caught him. I've caught him, although I'm stuck in red lights and he is still walking, so it's really going to be key now. Drumcondra is such a bottleneck, so is it going to open up for me because the traffic's pretty good today, or will Paddy just keep walking ahead? It's going to be a tight one, we'll see. And okay, so it is exactly 9 minutes past 6. Wow, so it took me pretty much 25 minutes to catch him, even though he's on foot. And when I say caught him, he's still actually ahead of me. Paddy, I'm coming to get you. But in terms of an update, it is 16 minutes past. So I've been going for 30 to 31 minutes now, and just having a quick look at Google Maps there, I'm about 2/3 the way through the journey, but I'm at one of the bottlenecks now. So yeah, I've passed out Paddy. I don't think he's gonna catch me. I'm just thinking about where he'd be now. He must be a kilometre behind me. So the way the traffic is, I don't think he's gonna catch me. But God, am I going to be second last? Am I going to be beaten by the bus, by the motorbike, by the runner? We'll find out in a few minutes.
So we're half an hour in. I'm actually blowing a little bit because I'm too warm. It's actually a really sunny evening, so It is lovely and warm. Blake did pass me a few minutes ago, and I think at this stage it's been finished. Certainly from looking in the WhatsApp group, it looks like Dave has won, closely followed by Lauren on the bike. But it looks like so far that Feljin might lose to Francisco, who's running.
And here in third place is our runner.
So we are nearly there. I can see the church spires. We're going, the car park that we're going to is right beside the church. I can see the spire of the church ahead of me, but I'm just stuck in traffic here, watching other cars drive up the bus lane. So what am I, 5 minutes left? So I'm sure Paddy is still behind me, but I think I'm second last. So what do I have? Maybe I might get away with another 5 minutes, because I've been going for exactly 41 minutes already. Might get away with another 5 minutes now, we'll see.
How was it?
Frustrating. Frustrating seeing you.
So you saw him when you were on the bus already?
I didn't see him, no, but like seeing him on the map. But you know the guy in green that just ran past you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was with me the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I saw him from Dorset Street.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I got beaten by not one but two runners.
So exactly on the 45-minute mark, just 6:30. And I'm not too far away actually. I'm heading up towards Whitehall Church now. I can see it off in the distance, so actually not doing too badly.
Left is the car park, but I can't fit into the car park. It's a queue to get in. Let's see, will I be able to squeeze in there? No, I would have burst it. Okay, so what time have we got? It is 31 minutes past. Yeah, so here we go. I've just pulled in, joined the gang here at the car park of Whitehall, and it is exactly 6:31. Wow. So there we go. Let's see, does that give me average consumption 12.7 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Let's turn this off, go out now and just get ridiculed by everybody outside for being so slow.
So yeah, I knew I'd be last. Here's everyone. It's fine.
Starting off on two wheels, I knew I was going to have a little bit of an advantage, but I did actually get caught in some traffic initially up at Christchurch because of how the road layout is. I couldn't actually get past some of the cars to filter to the head of the queue, so that was a little bit frustrating even as a motorcyclist. Now, I did make up time along the way, and crossing the Liffey, it was fairly straightforward to zip past an awful lot of cars. I'd love to know exactly how many cars I passed during this journey. Unlike a lot of motorcyclists that also were doing the same sort of direction or same journey as me, I didn't use the bus lanes, and obviously they would make up even more time doing that, but I stuck to using the normal lanes. I was passing cars on the right hand side and I was able to get by, but I did kind of initially start to get a little frustrated with the traffic lights then because I couldn't get to the front of the queue. On some of them there was a few pretty kind of irrational drivers or erratic drivers along the way as well, which you'll probably see in one of the clips. This is a real danger when you're a motorcyclist, is that you do have to be mindful of. You might think it's great to zip through the traffic, but you do have to be wary that a car maybe hasn't seen you. The rest of the journey then was pretty straightforward. I did start to see Lauren along the way, and then it became this kind of like we were overtaking each other. She was able to get past me on one section of the road, and then I was able to have a little bit, obviously having the added power or performance of an engine underneath me, I was able to get ahead. But in the end, it was really close. I got here, I would say, within 60 seconds of Lauren.
It was great. I think it took me about 21 minutes. I got off to kind of a slow start because there's a lot of one-way streets around South William Street and pedestrianised zones, so I had to wheel the bike pretty much to College Green, and then I took off once I got on the bike. There's some very patchy cycle lanes of varying quality between here and City Centre. But overall, it was a very pleasant cycle. I cycled pretty defensively in some places. Didn't want to get left hooked by any vehicles. Wanted to make sure I had a good road position. And yeah, I was on the e-bike, so I didn't really break a sweat.
It was nice, a little bit complicated to go out of the city center, but you saw when we took the Drunken road, we start to go fast, some red line in the way, is where it is, we need to respect the traffic signal, but after that, easy job for a day of today, really, really good. Do some exercise, arrive in a good time, then really a nice option to consider to replace the car and do the commitment.
Good, frustrating, but good. I did it in 34 minutes. I did a little bit of a jog from South William Street to Westmoreland Street and got quite lucky with the bus. There was one just as I arrived, so 34 minutes. Google Maps said 35, 36, so that's probably me saving a few minutes there. But there were a lot of cars in the bus lanes, a lot of taxis, so it's really frustrating being stuck behind 4 or 5 taxis when you're on a bus with 60 people in it, you know? So that was frustrating, but yeah, kind of flew up to Contra Road, got here after the 3 of them.
So I was in the small little city electric car. It took me exactly 45 minutes, so I came in second last. I'm not surprised by that. But the strange thing was that I've done that trip a good few times now, and that was pretty much the best ever traffic. So yeah, it went really well in those terms, but it's still a frustrating experience at the same time because you're just sitting there in traffic doing nothing. Now, thankfully this is electric, so there's no gears and it's just a lot easier to drive. But yeah, if I was to do it now, that's the car for it.
I really enjoyed my walk actually. I thought it would take me a little bit longer. It took me 55 minutes. I thought maybe an hour, slightly above. So not much longer than Blake was in the car. And Blake was lucky today because he had a good day for traffic. On another day, he could have been well over an hour. I think on another day, I actually would have been quicker. The bike was incredibly efficient. Lauren was just behind a very powerful BMW motorcycle, which was the quickest on the day. But foot power is useful as well. Francisco did an amazing job at running what is through tricky enough terrain in terms of Dublin traffic. So he flew on another day. I think he could have really given the bike and indeed the motorbike some trouble.
In first place was Dave Humphries on the high-powered BMW motorbike. He covered the 6.3 kilometre journey in just over 19 minutes. According to his bike's computer, he used a fraction under a half a litre of petrol, and at today's prices that would have cost him 79 cents. Lauren Tuite came in second place on the e-bike. Her 5.5 kilometre route took a fraction under 21 minutes. We reckon that her e-bike used just about 0.05 kilowatt hours of electricity, and at today's rate would have cost her a mere 2 cents. Francesco ran his way into third place, 29.5 minutes to do his 5.2 kilometers of a journey. Interestingly, his Fitbit told him that he burned 277 calories. Of course, he had no costs apart from a bit of rubber on the bottom of his shoes, so his journey was free. Feljin used his Leap card to come in fourth place, taking the bus. His journey took him 34 minutes and was about 5.4 kilometers long. €2 on a Leap card would cover that fare. Feljin was lucky enough to have a student card, so got away with a €1 fare. Blake Boland took the electric car, the Volkswagen E, up. His time on a day which had superb traffic still took him 45 minutes. He had to do 6.5 kilometers as he wound his way around the city following one-way traffic. We reckon the car used 0.83 of a kilowatt hour, and at a home electricity rate of 44 cents a unit would have cost him 36 cents for the journey. Paddy came in last in sixth place, walking his way there in 55 minutes. He took a short route of 5.2 kilometers. Of course, his journey was free. You could also look at the physical and mental health benefits of the different modes of transport. Lauren, Paddy, and especially Francesco were active in their travel, burning some calories, getting some physical exercise, and being out in the open as they made their journey. Especially Blake in the electric car would have been a little bit frustrated by his journey and got no exercise at all as he sat in traffic. And when we speak about the costs, of course, the likes of tax, insurance, maintenance, depreciation has to be factored in to the costs of Blake and Dave's journey. Lauren would have a little bit of maintenance on the cost of buying an e-bike, but far, far less than Dave and Blake in the motorbike and car.
a worthwhile experiment. I think it's one we will repeat. I think we'll repeat it on the other side of the city, and I think we'll also repeat it when the weather is a bit colder. But for now, over and out.